Heyo, how's it going everybody? Hopefully anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Fate Grand Order. So I have managed to find myself a way to be able to play FGO for a limited amount of time. This is the thing that's irritating. This is so stupid. Okay, so apparently Lib Houdini, which I don't even 100% exactly know what Lib Houdini is, but it has something to do with the way Waydroid goes about, you know, interacting with like certain game software. So essentially, it allows Waydroid to be able to, you know, allow you to play games. Without it, games just don't work on Waydroid, including FGO. So apparently, Lib Houdini has had itself a Y2K incident, meaning that when the calendar switched from 2025 to 2026, Lib Houdini like shat all over its pants and didn't know what to do. So therefore, all games no longer work on Lib Houdini unless you set your OS, you set your Waydroid clock back into 2025. If you do that, then games play no problem. Which one, that's already stupid enough on its own. I also forgot to manually set the focus on my camera. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, so that in and of itself is already stupid. But so then you'd be like, okay, so just manually set the time in Waydroid to, I don't know, fucking the beginning of 2025. Just like make it January 10th, 2025. Well, I tried to do that, and what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. You know what? Fine. I guess we're not gonna have or you know what? We're just gonna loop this one track. All right. Well, by the way, what's up, Lee? What's up, Cybic? Hope you guys are doing good tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. Also, it's nice that Cybic is here, so he can also listen to my Linux ranting. So, like I said, Lib Houdini shat itself. You can't play games because it's like, hey, it's 2026. I don't know what that means, apparently. So now all games just don't work on Waydroid via Lib Houdini. So then you're like, okay, let me just set the date in Waydroid back a year to January 2025. You can't do that because Waydroid apparently sets its date and time based on your operating system's date and time. So then you're like, okay, well then that's also really annoying, but I guess I'll just have to go ahead and manually set my date and time on my desktop environment back a year to January 2025. Except that Bazite, apparently as a more immutable distro than most others, say, no, you're not allowed to set your date manually back more than about 30 days. So right now, I have my date set to December 17th, 2025, just to make FGO work now, which is so irritating on so many levels because, again, one, like, I should just be able to set the time in Waydroid. It's so stupid that it is reflective of your operating system's date and time. And then on top of that, apparently, when you set your date and time to be different than what it's supposed to be, that just fucking breaks the internet, apparently. I'm not allowed to go onto GitHub if my date and time is wrong. I'm not allowed to use social media, or at least Blue Sky, if my date and time is wrong. And apparently, I can't even do things like just have the next song in my fucking playlist automatically play if my date and time is wrong, apparently. Apparently, having the wrong date and time on your desktop breaks the internet. So it's so fucking stupid and it's so fucking annoying. So now all I can do is hope that within about 2 weeks' time, which is the amount as far back as I can make my date and time go, that the developers of Libhoudini get their shit figured out and implement it into Waydroid so that like Libhoudini doesn't just piss all over its diaper at the notion that we are in 2026 now. Either that, or there's apparently some big manual way to be able to fix it that I can't fucking do because I'm not a fucking Linux nerd. Like, I chose Bazite specifically because of... It's so funny. I specifically chose Bazite because I'm not a big fucking Linux nerd, but yet, at the same time, because I chose Bazite that is made for idiots like me, I can't do simple things like just manually change my date and my date to whatever date that I want. Like, that is off limits. I even went into the terminal. I tried to change the date in the terminal, and it just said, you can't do that. Fuck you. And I'm like, okay then. Alrighty. Yeah. It's either the developers of Libhoudini figure this shit out and get a fix implemented within the next 2 weeks, or I'm gonna have to do this big, huge, long rigmarole in Waydroid to get it to work in 2020 without like you know, whatever, to just get it to work. So it's so stupid. You can't be a tome traveler or a time traveler. Yeah, apparently not. You're on Linux and it actually says, yeah, no, don't do that. Apparently there's actually a kill code in the lib. Is there now? In Libhoudini or just the lib? Cause yeah, it's Tome Traveler is a class in some DS game RPG. Have to look up what game it was. Yeah, so okay. So I guess I'm just gonna have to like manually set my date and time every time I play FGO for the next 2 weeks. Other than that, you know, Cybic, you'll have to be on the watch out, because if some sort of fix doesn't get just automatically implemented so that, you know, it just works, I'll probably have to like message you and ask you like to like decipher what it is that I'm actually supposed to do, because I found apparently the big manual fix that people say you have to do in order to make Libhoudini work in the year of our Lord 2026. I don't fucking know how to do it, so I'll probably have to link it to you and ask you to like translate it into something that like I can actually understand, because all I see is fucking people talking about logs and like shit that I don't know if it's supposed to be some sort of file or a terminal command or like something I'm supposed to download, all this type of stuff that like I'm just not deep enough into the Linux weeds to be able to know what any of it's supposed to mean. Houdini, apparently there may be a fix, but as you know, I'm literally in the middle of moving. Oh, you are? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know. That sucks. I hate moving, so I do not envy you whatsoever. Hopefully it's going all right. Remind me to try it later, because my main literally offline for now. Barely got internet back. Nice, good stuff. Already sent you a GitHub link through Blue Sky. Well, I've probably already seen it, and so again, like all that stuff is the stuff that I don't know how to do. I don't know what it means. I don't know if I'm supposed to download something. I don't know if I'm supposed to just use some commands here or there or whatever. And right now I can't even use Blue Sky because apparently you set your date and your date and time to something that it's not supposed to be. Blue Sky just completely breaks. So I'll have to check that out after the stream. Yeah. Moving apartments within the same building, so it's not completely ass. Oh, wait a second. I might recall that. Okay, that sounds familiar. Okay, I might have just forgotten. So, my bad then. But all right, sounds good. But again, like we've got a temporary fix, a little temporary patch that, you know, while as stupid, as annoying as this patch is, it does work. All right, I have FGO up and running. It does work, so it's okay for now. But yeah, we'll just have to sit and wait and see what happens. Again, the ideal scenario is that whoever the developers of libhoudini are, or if it's just called Houdini, I don't even know like what actually Houdini or libhoudini, what it actually is, but whoever the developers of it are, the ideal scenario is that they just implement a fix that gets implemented, gets updated, it gets, you know, sent out to everybody. You just update all your bullshit, that fix gets implemented into it, and then it just works again. That would be the ideal scenario. Something tells me that I shouldn't hold my breath for that. I don't know why. I don't know anything about the Houdini developers. I don't know if they're cool. I don't know if they're a bunch of scumbags who like just, you know, don't even, you know, they don't even care. They don't even care that this is happening. But you know, I'll just have to hope and pray that they're a bunch of cool chads and they'll get this fix up and running soon enough. Honestly, this is some bullshit. You'll need to give me the how-to on FGO with Waydroid. Mine didn't want to react to Waydroid inputs. Oh yeah, that's you have to I had to look it up. You have to look up like the commands for making the clicks into register as touch inputs. I can't remember what it was. That was a big, huge headache for me again. The most Linuxy stuff that I've had to do with Linux, ironically enough, has all just been in order to be able to make Waydroid and FGO function properly. It's so funny. But like, from what I hear, apparently Valve is developing their own like fork of Waydroid. I think it's called Lepton. And apparently it's supposed to be able to, they're like developing it because it's supposed to function with like Android apps, for like the Steam frame that's going to be coming out soon, which I honestly hope that like that'll come out and then it could like just maybe replace Waydroid, because you know, I trust Valve to be able to actually make a functioning product, and hopefully I can maybe play FGO through there. That would be the ideal. So, but I don't know when that'll be coming out. You would hope it would probably be around the time the Steam frame comes out. So whenever the Steam frame comes out, hopefully maybe then I could just completely ditch Waydroid and just hop over to Lepton or whatever. Update on the TV. It's weird to go from 45 to 65. TV? I guess you mentioned a TV at some point, so I'm just, alright. I don't know what year my old TV was from. They told me it was 2021. Nice. 45 to 65? Yeah, it's kind of, I imagine it's kind of like when you go from a 1080p to a 1440p or a 4K display, and then suddenly you're just like, I can't see shit anymore. Hey, what's up, Patat? Valve saves us all again? Hopefully. Yeah, it's like, I hate how much we've come to rely on Valve over the years, because all it takes is like something happening to Gabe, and then somebody who's just way less cool than him, which is most likely what will happen, taking over Valve, and then they just like send the whole thing to shit. Because like it's I just hope and pray that he manages to find someone who can steer the ship as straight as he has, you know, since Valve's inception. Because yeah, with the amount that like we've all invested into the Valve and the Steam ecosystem, and how much more a lot of us probably will with the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame and, you know, Lepton and Steam OS coming out at some point. Yeah, like a lot of people are gonna be locked into like this big huge ecosystem where it's like, hey man, if Valve ever decides to do a heel turn and suddenly become evil, that's gonna spell a whole lot of doom for a whole lot of people. Got a black spot around the middle of the screen. Oh, the dead pixels. Right. Yeah, I remember that. Possible he's actually already not calling the shots and that he hasn't for a while. He still owns the majority of Valve shares from what I understand. So ultimately, like, he has the most weight to be able to throw around in the company. So even if like there are other folks in the company who are trying to make some bullshit happen, he can come in and say, yo, stop that. No more. So like, even if he's not directly, you know, calling the shots anymore, he has the capability to be able to put a stop to too much fuckery being afoot within the company. So, you know, so hopefully, but I mean, it would be nice to optimistically think that, like, yeah, maybe he's not. Maybe he hasn't been, you know, as hands-on for a good long while, and, you know, that would give me a lot more hope that, you know, the other folks who are there, who are in upper management, would also be cool and steer the company right, even if he ends up retiring or, you know, passing away and stuff like that. But anywho, yeah, so that's all in the distant future, okay? We don't even know when the Steam Frame is coming out. We don't even know if Lepton is going to be implemented at the Steam Frame's launch. You would think it would be, but we'll just have to see. But that's still a ways off. This temporary fix that I've got for Wageroid is only going to be working for about the next 2 weeks until I am no longer allowed to set my date on my desktop environment back far enough to be able to reach back into 2025. So, you know, if a fix doesn't get implemented by that point, I'll just have to do the big huge pain in the ass manual workaround in order to make Libudini not just freeze up in the face of 2026. And if that does end up happening, again, Cybek, I'm gonna have to message you and have you translate it all basically into a foolproof step-by-step, do this, and do that. And so then I can hopefully try and we can continue on just wanting to play our dumb, stupid gacha game, man, that at this point is kind of not even worth it anymore. But, you know, the sunk cost fallacy is real. I've invested way too much time and way too much money and way too much effort into this game to not just see it through all the way to the end. All right, I'm locked in. Okay, so we just gotta do what we gotta do. I'm sure Microsoft would take good care of Valve. Ooh, no. Oh god. Oh no, that would be the end. That would literally be the end of everything. Oh no. Oh god. I don't even want to I don't even want to like consider any of that. God damn. All right. With all that frustration and all that doom and gloom out of the way, let's go ahead and actually get to the game here. Because again, we can actually play it now again. Isn't that fantastic? All right. Let me kill the BGM here. Okay. And okay. I go ahead, get the FGO audio going. All right, look at that. See, we can actually do it now. Hallelujah and peanut butter. Okay. So there appears to be some servants going on raid up right now. Apparently this is Minamoto. Almost looks like a mix between Minamoto or Raiko and Shuten Doji, honestly. Ushigozen. Yeah, so there's yet another historical Japanese event going on in FGO. Who would have thunk it? My waifu? And yeah. Avenger Raiko. Is she good? Like, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything big and huge to look forward to in the next few coming months? Because if not, I don't know, maybe drop like, you know, try and drop like a 10 pull or something like that. My flat mommy. Yeah, she seems much more nerfed compared to most iterations of Raiko, but I'm kind of okay with that because Raiko is very obviously crazy bodacious, like absolutely insane. So I don't know. I feel like she, from what I can see, she looks a little bit more. She looks a little bit more well proportioned, essentially. Kind of mid. All right then. Well, that's a shame. All right. Yeah, and then there was New Year's stuff. I don't know if there was a GSSR that I missed. I thought there was usually GSSRs around New Year's, but I might have just completely missed out on it. She's cool. Yui on the right is really good. Very nice. The 4-star is good. Well, nah, ain't no shot. We're gonna try fishing for a 4-star. 4 stars are even worse to try and fish for than 5 stars, as we know. You missed the GSSR. Well, what can you do then? All right, good stuff. All right, let us just continue on then with gotta come all the way down here. And what is it? Main interlude? I hate the fact that I have to come all the way down to find this fucking thing. All right, let's get ourselves going. All right, so I don't even remember what happened last time around. I think we met up with our two companions that we're gonna be having through this storyline. And I think we're about to fight one of them. I think the Russian Russian girl. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we? Oh, I might need to grab some of my Ricola. My cough has been getting a little bit better, so fingers crossed that I managed to shake it off this next week. Next is Valentine's. That's Andromeda. Perseus is. I see. Tuning out, going to LGS. Might tune back in later. LGS. What is the what's the LGS? I'm not sure what that is, but whatever it is, hopefully you have fun, question mark, or hopefully if it's not something that's supposed to be fun, hopefully it ends up going well. She's also just okay. Her whole thing is being a tank with an AoE quick MP. Oh, that sounds so flashy. Local game store. Ah, all right. Well then, good stuff. Have a good time. Have fun. Hopefully they either have what you are looking for, or if you're there for like some sort of tourney or or just to meet up with friends. Yeah, hopefully you have yourself a good time. Thanks for stopping in, Cybic. Stay groovy. We'll see you again soon. Oh shit. Not used to aerial combat, are you? She keeps hitting us from above. First Melazine, now her. Man. At least she's not pelting us with projectiles, but we're still at a disadvantage. I could fly up there to fight her, but I don't feel right leaving you two alone. I know. We can use the trees as cover. Follow me. Oh, no, you don't. Again, I can't... for some reason, I can't do, like, female presenting Russian accents, so I just default to having her have a male Russian accent. Just the social contact. Nice. Wow, that tingles. What a weird feeling. She's using her wyverns as though they were fighter jets. It looks like Dobrynya Nikitich is a more formidable enemy than we thought, Master. And on top of that, she's using attacks made to her dragonkin against Ibukidoji. Yep, she's a dragon slayer who actually rides her own dragon. Talk about winning the skill lottery. Then that white dragon might just be Nikitich's legendary horse in a new form. Watch out, guys. That's no ordinary dragon. Think of it more like a heroic spirit in its own right. Heroes are supposed to challenge impossible odds, so challenge them. Oh, oopsie daisy. Don't tell me you're going to give up just because you can't fly. Well, that's just silly. No, I think you're going too far there, Nikitich. That's like telling a turtle to fly or a lost child to just figure out a way home. We're all adults here, so we can adapt as necessary. So what if they can't fly? So what if they can't defy the impossible odds you set before them? All they need is a little help. In this case, from me. Nunny? Oh boy. Nani? Huh? You guys are floating too? This feeling. MASH! Planning to sell my 3080 and buy Sapphire Nitro 9070. Oh shit. Well, good for you. I was planning on getting a 9070 XT, but I've got some plans for this year that are gonna require a significant investment, and honestly, I'm fine with the performance that I get out of my 7800 XT, so, you know, I really don't need it. So, you know, even though it would be nice to have FSR 4, and even though, you know, the H.264 encoding on the 9070 XT is way better than even like the 7900 XTX and shit like that. I've been looking at the my VODs on Twitch. They're fine. They're okay. Like it's fine. So I think I'm gonna try and just like squeeze every drop of blood out of the stone that is my 7800 XT, until, especially considering now that the memory apocalypse is just going to rain hell down on all of us for like the next year or two. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna invest my money elsewhere and just, you know, ride out my system as far as I can take it. Cause, you know, my system, 7800 XT, 5800 X3D, 32 gigs, 3200 mega transfers, CL36 RAM, and then what do I've got? I've got like I got 4 terabytes between 2 SSDs in there. My system is fine. My system is perfectly capable, so I think there's still like another year or two that I can pull out of this setup here. It's still doing me good, so there's no real reason for me to to like invest like another $600 or something just for something that's gonna get me like, you know, mostly I would be getting it for streaming performance, and my streaming performance is fine, you know. Same CPU, hey man, it's the GOAT. 5800X3D, it changed the game. It literally did. So you can't put disrespect on its name. Yes, master. This is just like the magecraft that lets someone walk on air. I'll be backing up the 2 Chaldeans with my feng shui. Excuse me? Oh, he's got a stand. Okay, why not? As for myself, I'll be riding on Shibu Zhang here. I am a rider after all. Huh? Look out, she's gonna dive bomb us again. Then we'll just have to go higher than her. Come on. Alright. So battle right off the bat. Hopefully it goes better than last time. Holy shit, that whole fucking thing with those giants. Holy goddamn. Something like that better not be waiting in the wings like for a good long while. Alright. So just rider. Alright. Wait, huh? Okay, yeah. Assassino. You know what? Wait, who is this? Who is this, Lee? Locusta? Locusta? Oh, I like her colors, though. Seems cool. Use single target. Single enemy. So we could go either with her or we could just go with the tried and true, comma, you know. AM5 is so expensive, plus I'm not willing to upgrade to DDR5 RAM. Well, especially not now, that's for sure. 5800X3D is the GOAT, hell yeah. Giants were the real nightmare of this place. That's Nero's personal poison maker. Oh, really? Haha. Alright, well, I'm still dealing with the giants, the trauma from the giants, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab Kama because she makes me feel more, safe here. And then, you know, we'll see how it goes from here on out. All right, let's go. She's really into mushrooms. You know what? She does kind of give me Susie from Little Witch Academia vibes. Not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, a word. You're just gonna do it just like that, and then. Oh, come on! And she's got evade. You bitch. All right. Well. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and apply guts then. Okay, and then I guess I might as well just start taking these suckers out. Let's see. Do either of you guys have no, but Scotty should have evade. Yes. So you know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and use Scotty here. He invites MC to some hallucination sessions. Nice. But she invites the MC to get absolutely turned. Nice. I like it. Okay. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that, and then that. Oh my god, come on, man. I saw this MP. It should be set to like super fast jellyfish speed now, man. There we go. All right, now is her evade based off of getting hit or just turns? Oh my goodness. She got a blue eyes white dragon. Or no, that's more of like a blue eyes ultimate dragon. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Okay, hold. Let's see. Evade 2 turns, 3. Oh, okay. I guess I could also just hit her. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. We're all good. It's fine. Okay, let's do that, and then that, and then that. Okay, evade's gone now. Hopefully she doesn't just put it back on. Yay! Okay, cool. All right. Then comma, it's all on you, baby girl. Okay, and then all right, and then does this let's see, increase MP charge by 1 when using MP. Yeah, sure. Okay, and then wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right, come on, comma. Half a mil. You can do it. I seen you do half a mil. Come on. And oh, well, you know what? It's all right. I'll take it. Okay. All right, let's just do it again. Why don't we? Let's go. What the hell is happening? Why is it still going so slow? There we go. Ah, all right. That was way more easy than last time around with those fucking giants. Holy shit. Since you're not using BlueStacks anymore, it kind of treats it as if you're on a new phone. Check the menu in the battle if it hasn't reset to default settings. But I'm pretty sure I did set it. I'll have to just go back in there again, maybe. Wind sorcery, Taigong Vong. Oh, there's a whole lot of hoopla going all around. I've managed to limit her mobility, but only temporarily. Now let's see. Lady Ibuki Doji. On it! Mash, give me a foothold! Right! Here, I use my shield as a springboard! Thanks! Okay, here it goes. Fake Noble Phantasm, Overarm Octo-Pulsing Billow. A new Noble Phantasm? She said it was fake, so I think she's just going to charge. That'll open up your magical connection all the way. Do it, Ibuki Doji. A flying earth dragon? No fair, but it is beautiful. I see your resolve and your bravery. A perfect way to decide the winner. Bring it! Oh. Brilliant. You did a great job of piercing my mount's wing. I'm impressed. See? I can just barely stay aloft now. Your teamwork was as excellent as your swordplay. Unless I have Taigong Wong heal my mount's wing, or let him use his spirit form to rest, I won't be able to stay in the air. You win, Cold Ear. Now, for the time being, let's get back on the ground. Sounds good. This new fake noble phantasm technique really takes a lot out of me. He spun around 8 times in mid-air while charging her. That was crazy, bro. Oh, now she's tiny again. Using my full strength is kind of tiring. Oof. Take your time getting back down, okay? And deep breaths. Let's take it slow, nice and easy. Good idea. Ooh, wee Bobby boy. Okay. Are we going back to the... Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and check out what I've got set for the whole Phantasm thing. Double Phantasm subtitles. First MP use normal speed. I have it set to off. If this option is on, Noble Phantasms will be displayed at normal speed the first time you see them. Used, even if your battle speed is set to high. God damn it, man. Yeah, I did set my battle speed to high. Can I... Do I also set it here? No, because I... How do I set it so that, like, yeah, the battle, or it should just be global, right? Should be global that, if I set the battle speed to, be fast, like, it also does it for the MPs. Or is that something that I have to do in the game up? Volume, text speed, Noble Phantasm subtitles, Servant Ascension subtitle. I think it's just something that you have to set. I forget how I even set it, honestly. Hold on. If I go into support setup, go like old. Let's see. Hello? Thank you. The MP animation always high. Yeah, I even have it set. Always high. Different settings. Oh, alright. I guess I'll just deal with it. I think it's funny, First Ascension Ibuki Doji has absolutely no appearance in story or events. It just exists. Of course. Just have her be there. Just have her exist. No explanation needed. There we go. Yeah, I still just need to... Whoa, wait a second. I forgot to add Altera back. There we go. God, miss 1 week of FGO streams and suddenly we forget to put Altera back where she needs to go. Good work, my mount. Stay in your spirit form until you feel better. Now then, you Chaldeans are pretty good. I can't do Fu voice right now. Foo foo. Oh boy, okay, Gordy. Phew. Yeah, I'm glad things worked. Oh god. Holy shit. Okay, no, I don't think I could. I don't think I could do Gordy's voice the way I usually do it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to figure out like an alt voice for so many characters. Holy shit. All right. I'm glad things worked out this time, but my poor heart would thank you for not doing this kind of thing again. I know that laugh. You've learned nothing here, have you? You know what? I'm gonna do affronted Chris Broad. You know, whenever he does a voice where he tries to act like someone who's really upset, he's like, oh my goodness, oh, why have you done this? I can't believe you will do something like that. I felt that cough. I felt it too. Not to worry, my good man. I won't let her pull a stunt like that again. Besides, she was mainly just showing off here, and heroic spirits don't generally feel a need to prove their strength twice, do they? True. Demonstrating how strong you are in battle is a simple and effective negotiation tactic. Though, I'll also say I'm glad we had your help for this one. Thanks, Taigong Wong, the greatest and most beloved. Not at all. My goodness, Lady Dobrynya Nikitich. Once you make up your mind, you don't change it for anything, do you? You certainly are a willful young warrior. Are you calling me selfish? 'Cause I'm not. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Yeah? Yeah. Duh. Aw. How about we set this stuff aside for now, shall we? Besides, people didn't even have notions of psychological ideas like ego when we were alive. Foo foo, foo merlifoo. Yow! Stop that, foo! What's gotten into you, huh? He's just like Merlin? That doesn't matter. Besides, it's insulting to both him and Merlin to assume they're alike. Foo. What the? A little tapir. Wait, was that his stand that he had earlier? What the hell? Mo. There, you see? Even the tapir next to Taigong Wang is upset. Huh? A tapir? Mo. Tapirs are so cute. Who sees Merlin on him? They're not drawn by the same artist. I can tell that Taigong Wang is drawn by what's their name? For some what is it, Wadarko? I think that's their name. I know it's some kind of awkward name, but yeah, the one who draws like Merlin and Tama and all them. So, foo. Mo. When did his mount turn into a cute, squishy tapir? I don't know, but he looks adorable. Oh yes, this is my little Sibu Zhang. It's what he looks like when he's not in battle mode. Mo. It's nice to meet you, Shibu Zhang. Mo. Oh my, that's odd. He's usually so shy around strangers. Maybe his personality changes while he's a noble phantasm? Fascinating. Nah, he just recognizes that Mash is also soft and squishy. Anyway. If we may put Shibu Zhang aside for now, my good Chaldeans, we have a lot to discuss. They aren't, but Fu feels that Merlin energy. Yeah, I do too. That's why I knew we couldn't trust him, like, the moment he showed up. From this point on, Merlin and Taigong Wang become announcers in some events together with Scotty. Interesting. As I'm sure you suspect, Dobrynya Nikitich and I materialized in this territory before you arrived. As heroic spirits on the side of humanity, we naturally did so to destroy the being that lies at its heart. I believe we know a good deal more about this place than you do, and we would be happy to serve as your guides. However, there's unfortunately still a lot we don't know about you. Softest Kohai in all of Lost Belt, indeedly do. Hold on, I do need me some of my... This might actually be my last one. Chilly. Alright, well, I'll pop it in a second. All we really know is that you're an organization that fights for humanity. We have no idea about the trials you've overcome to date, your current situation, or anything pertaining to the 6 Lost Belts you've taken down. So before we go any further, I would like to suggest that we both share what we know. How about it?
I see. Yes, that sounds great. We could really use all the information we can get right now.
Please tell us everything you know. Thank God I don't have to hear it. Never mind, I will. I see. Those 6 Lost Belts were really something, So that's why there are 6 of them here. That explains quite a lot. Thank you very much. Now I can better explain what's going on here.
I know there may not be much point in saying this now, after the fact, but I'm in charge, so I need to say it anyway. Really, Kyrielite, do you really think field ops agents should be quite so forthcoming? It would be one thing if we don't have any information at all, but to share the many...
God, why is Gordy's voice just absolutely wrecking me tonight, man? Alright, I'm gonna take... Man, I coughed maybe 3 or 4 times yesterday. That's it. But goddamn, when I try and do Gordy's voice, all of a sudden it's just cough central. All right, I think I'm just gonna have to tone his voice down, unfortunately.
It would be one thing if we don't have any information at all, but to share the many things we do know so easily with heroic spirits you've only just met is...
Come on, Chubbs, this isn't exactly really Mash's first rodeo. They know what they're doing. They believe that they can trust the Seavers and they want to. That's what they're talking about. The shortest possible path to get their exchanging information. They wouldn't do that unless they were confident.
Yeah. Getting gored by Gordolf. Yeah. Well,
Huh? Yes?
I'm very happy you're so keen on the idea of exchanging information, but I was hoping to make a little deal first, actually. You see, there's actually something I'd like to take care of before sharing valuable intel.
I see.
I don't really know what they're talking about, so I think it's snack time. Want some shibujiang? Mo. Maybe he'd prefer carrots over jerky. Oh my. I didn't even bring carrots with me. Oh well. Okay, here you go. Some nice, yummy carrots.
Oh hell yeah, bud, let's go.
Wow, you've got one heck of an appetite, don't you?
You idiot!
Ah! Look, my dragon and Shibu-jiang are getting bored because you can't get to the damn point.
Look, doesn't he have a hearty appetite?
Delifu. You've got me there. You're right, I messed up. Just look at Shibu-jiang go to town on those carrots. Alright, I understand. I'll get straight to the point then. That said, this is sort of a thorny issue, and one we'll have to confront sooner or later. You see, there's a place I'd like to show you all to best share the information we have, but the quickest way to get there requires us to cut through an incredibly powerful creature's lair. And when I say incredibly powerful, I mean something that makes those giants you fought earlier look like nothing. Oh, No. Please, for the love of God, no. Ah. So we're gonna have to fight this thing. Indeed. We'll need to eliminate this creature if I'm going to safely show you around the place I'd like you all to see. Besides, we also need to whittle the enemy's forces down at some point. So what do you say, Chaldeans? I leave the decision in your hands. If that's what Taigung Wong wants to do, I'll go along with it.
I'm with you. Whatever you decide, of course, Master. Master?
Let's go. I want to hear everything he has to say. We need to whittle the enemy's forces down. Oh, good call. Then it's settled. Come along then. This will be our first operation together. Yay! I can't wait for him to backstab us somehow. A little snowy mount. Look at that. Need to teach conflict resolution.
This blizzard is making it very hard to see. Please hold on to me, Master. This is no ordinary weather.
Oh, I'll hold on to you.
And then there's the...
Oh my. Lightning, huh?
Yep, lightning.
Hang on. What's that past the lightning? A mountain?
No, it's not a mountain. Now I get it. So they've got that kind of stuff here, huh? Maybe that's why I'm here. This is all so messed up.
That's right. That's no mountain. It's someone you're already very familiar with. A being who commands lightning and blizzards, and who commands incredible magical energy. Of the various kings who disappeared into the rift, some of them peacefully, some of them kicking and screaming, he was the very first. Oh dear. Hi, Ivan. Ivan the Terrible, the Wandering Glacier. Nani? This was a raid event? Ah, interesting. So how's it gonna play out now? That's right, a complete recreation of Ivan the Terrible constructed entirely from magical energy. Of course, I only learned his actual name earlier when you told me about the Lost Belts, but never mind that now. At any rate, the unfortunate truth of the matter is he's being made into one of Daiji's weapons. At present, he's one of the single strongest creatures in this place, and he's guarding his base. And that, as I'm sure you can imagine, is quite the conundrum.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's strong and heavy. Very heavy. Did I mention strong? And to make matters worse, he'll even leave his base to lend his aid to other areas if he's needed. Which, for all intents and purposes, makes him an incredible pain in the ass. Indeed.
Wow, I'm amazed. You guys are planning to take that thing on? Ah, that's great. Those 3 giant generals earlier were exciting, but this, wow. I like you guys. This will definitely be worth the hard work. What do you think, Master? Me going all out won't kill you, right?
Go for it, Ibuki.
Got it. Then I'll go even harder. Just don't blame me if you run out of magical energy, okay?
Foo-foo.
It's okay, Fu. I always keep a close eye on Senpai's magical energy levels.
Ooh.
I'll have Orochi hold that big elephant down. Then you guys hit him with everything you've got. Right. I'm ready for battle. Habitrot, can you help me?
Oh, Habitrot.
I'm up again, huh? You got it. Whoa, when did it get so cold? Who cares? Don't worry. I'm not gonna let a little frost bring me down. I'll make sure the Black Barrel's okay too.
Huh, I didn't know you had another small friend. And you mean business too. Not bad. Alright everyone, let's get him. Get him. Get him. Hey. All right, super unit base south. So, all right, I guess we're just gonna go for it. And you know what? We're just gonna grab Kama again. Habitat will help you out during the battle when Mash uses the black barrel, but only once. NPC Ibuki Doji has a special effect that will help you during the battle. Orochi will join the battle and provide numerous helpful effects at regular intervals. So I'm wondering, like, because this is similar to what happened last time with the Giants. Is it actually better to take the guest servants? Or is it better to, you know, just take friend servants? Because if he's got a whole bunch of bullshit on him, the same way the Giants did, then I'll probably end up wanting to actually take Mash and Ibuki Doji. But if not, I believe Ibuki helps a bit. All right, you know what? We'll go with this for now. We'll see how it goes, and then if it seems like it's being a super huge drag, we'll go ahead and just end the round and just reform. And 602 Ivan assault. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right, so what bullshit have you got going on? Gain resistance to MP attacks. One left. Demonic figure that lives in the zone. Immune to skill heal. Uh-huh. All right. We're gonna do this real quick. All right. And then let's do that. And we'll do that. And then that. Ivan died in like 5 hours back when the event happened. That's not a whole lot of time. That's so funny. So funny when the giant models get put into situations where they're supposed to look small. Oh boy. Oh hell yeah, bud. All right. Do that. Okay. Kind of fun to know his trunk model goes that far. Yeah. Okay. Do that. That, and then that. Little comma brave chain never hurt nobody except for the one who's on the other end of it. Hell yeah, brother. All right, I dig it. I dig it. Oh, and there goes Scotty. All right, you know what? You know what? We're gonna swap out Chloe with Mash. Because Chloe's not gonna do anything for us here. Alright. I don't know how much this is going to do, because I'm pretty sure he's AoE, but it's fine. Okay. These ones do. Right. HP. Okay. Alright, let's do this again here. A boom, a boom, a boom. Check the main settings on the screen to see how they look. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I have the battle speed set to go. Oh damn. Let's see. MP speed no. Oh, it is on. Well, that's damn. Okay, cool. All right, thanks for that. Now I know. What the fuck is this now? Hey, what's going on, Aurora and Kimmy? Hope you guys are doing all right tonight. Change the field to water or near water. Interesting. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. It's good. That's what we like to hear. Good stuff. We're just playing a little FGO. We had some technical issues last week that made it so that we couldn't play it. But now we have a temporary workaround that lets us play it. How long it'll last, who could say, though? Oh, that's so much better. Alright, guess it's all up to Chloe and Astolfo now. Man. Oh boy. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, well. Let's see. Do this. And then we'll do a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. I was wondering if that was turned on. Well, it's turned on by default. I see. Yeah, I thought I had changed it, but I guess I did not. Okay. Okay, and then boom, boom, boom. Okay, you know what? I've got my command spells still, so I'm fine with. Oh boy! All right, Chloe, it's all up to you, baby girl. And here, just for good measure. Oh boy. And then her fucking turned up MP music. To be honest, he's a lot better than the Giant, so I don't know what Taigong Wang was on saying he's harder than them. Yeah. Definitely not as bad. Oh, and he took away her evade. Good stuff. Alright, yeah, sure. Use command spells. Alright, I'm gonna say that is GG right there. Let's go. Boom. Get him, girl. Oh shit. Oh, he managed to eke it out. Oh, nope, never mind. Fuck him. Let's go, comma. All right. I should try and maybe get comma one of these days, because I feel like she still hasn't managed to get power crept, unlike, you know, Jack, who used to be the meta DPS assassin. That's his first skill. Just a... Oh, and he's destroyed. Goodbye. Just a buff wipe from the enemy? That's gross. I hate it. What are you doing? Playing FGO. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna... Wait. No. I'm just gonna grab these. Phoenix feathers. Feels like I need a whole lot of those recently. Alright. There we go. Section 5, Graceful Life Forms Gone Mad. All around me are familiar faces, worn out faces, worn out faces. The blizzard, it's disappearing. We've won. Great job, everyone. Way to go! You did great, Master and Mash. So did you, Taigong and Nikiti and Happy Cat. Aww, I could really go for a drink. Oh yeah, a little after-work drink always hits the spot. I love kicking back with an apple water after an all-nighter. Apple water, huh? That's cute, Happy Cat. Make sure you call me the next time you're celebrating, okay? Anyway, I'm going back to sleep. Night. Foo. What was that? Foo? Foo. Foo? Something wrong, Mash? Oh, I was just thinking. The fact that Ivan the Terrible's body was recreated here means Koyanskaya managed to add a Lost Belt King to her stock of weapons back in the Russian Lost Belt. Are there other recreations like this? I wonder what criteria she uses for her collection. Not that many. Taigong Vong and I took a bunch of them down. Well then, why don't I start with the information I have on the hostile creatures populating this place. As you've already seen for yourselves, there are, broadly speaking, two types of creatures here. First, mass-produced ones which reproduce on their own as a species. Must be creatures that were unique to each Lost Belt. Yes, that's right. Yagas and Kali, was it? And of course you ran into Scandinavian giants too. We call mass-produced units like those Lost Kin. While you do see the occasional rare variant, like those more advanced giants, it's generally safe to think of them as the common foot soldiers. Oh, by the way, I coined the term Lost Kin. You're welcome to use it. Do I have to pay you licensing or something? At any rate, they can be categorized as species that inhabit this place. Next, we have reproduced super units. That reproduction of the Lightning Tsar we just fought is a perfect example. I've categorized units like those as lost weapons, singular threats that aren't part of any species. So we have lost kin, which are hostile species, and lost weapons, which are hostile individual beings. Simple, no? To date, Daji has added 6 types of lost kin and 6 types of lost weapons. 6 species, 6 units. I wonder how many she's planning to collect when all's said and done. There are 7 Lost Belts after all. But 7 wouldn't be a very fitting number for her, would it? Foo-foo. You know the reason Kama is still good? The last single target 5-star assassin was Kama 5 years ago. The last 4-star was Lacusta last year. Interesting. Really? Hold on. She was really The last single target assassin? That single target 5-star assassin is next year, and she didn't beat Kama. Damn. Yeah, so at some point I should probably try and get her. I mean, granted, like, pretty much all of the people on my friends list have her, so it's not really that required, but, you know. Gacha games are just, you know, NFT collectors, collector simulators, so, you know, it is what it is. At any rate, our work here is done. This should put a real dent in her fighting forces. Now, shall we move on? Let's. Here we go, here we go. Dragon, you carry Mash and Rally.
Sure thing.
She just calls her Dragon. Okay. Okay. Oh, a quiet riverbank. That sounds nice and pleasant. Ah. Nice, peaceful, and quiet. Assassins were mostly single target, so after Kama, they started doing AoE 5 stars. It's so funny. Yes, this should do nicely. Now, let's continue where we left off. Lost Kin have two distinct behavioral patterns. It's so funny, because Nikke is the exact opposite of FGO. Like, Nikke will continue to use old backgrounds, like, no matter what it takes. Whereas FGO, they will literally have us move to a different location and show a different background just to have a dialogue scene. They're like, no, we could continue talking here, or we could move to a completely different location with a completely different background and talk there. Let's do that, shall we? It's kind of funny. Either they remain on standby in a given area, or they patrol a predetermined route at regular intervals. But this place is far away from both any areas they populate generally and their patrol routes, so it should be relatively safe. Foo-foo.
Foo, you shouldn't get too close to the river.
Fish foo.
Huh. Oh wow, there really are a lot of fish here.
Yep, they're tasty.
I see.
Fun?
Ooh, really? Gosh, how can I say no to an offer from a pretty girl?
Remind me, Lemon, do dragon can eat fish?
You were just thinking of soul manure, weren't you? Anyway, how the hell would I know a divine dragon eats? Gun to my head, I guess they both booze and they really like booze.
If you're going to do some fishing, would you like some help? I'm a fairly good fisherman myself.
I'm something of a fisherman myself.
All right. You were famous for your fishing, weren't you?
Is there anything this man wasn't famous for? It feels like he's literally famous for everything in the world. Shit.
In some parts of the world, your name is even closely associated with fisher work and fishing enthusiasts.
He's just full of surprises, isn't he?
It's true.
True, but of course I didn't come here to fish. I'm here to hunt a fox.
It reminds me of the hunt.
A beast who has it out for all of humanity. That's how big he was in China? Yeah, again, just flagrant, shameless, pandering to the Chinese audience. Despite the fact that they went through all that trouble so that they could have themselves a Japanese developer instead of the Chinese developer they had before.
Huh, you don't see that every day. Even though you've materialized as a rogue servant, you're obviously also fully cognizant of your directive from humanity. Does that mean it was the world itself that summoned you, not just this place?
Yes, something like that.
Then does that mean you were sent by the counterform?
Oh, no. It's nothing as clearly defined as that. Alright, this may not be the time to be modest, so I'll just go ahead and say it. The truth is, given everything I can do, it would have been entirely plausible for me to have materialized as a grand caster.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
What's up? You catch a fish already?
No, not yet. They don't give a fuck at all. A grandcaster. That's right, a grandcaster. Though I suppose a grand rider wouldn't have been out of the question either. Point is, I easily qualify for some form of grand servant, but for some reason I materialize as an ordinary rider spirit origin. And furthermore, since I'm constantly using feng shui to bend the rules so I can just barely avoid being sent away, I'm afraid I'm currently a far cry from my true strength, embarrassing as that is.
So you really are a serious beast hunter, a professional beast exterminator. But right now you've materialized as standard spirit origin. Still having you on our side is going to be a big help.
Foo. Regardless of my spirit origin state, there is still just one thing humanity wishes of me. My job here is to eliminate the Beast 4 candidate who's been running around doing whatever she pleases. It's not easy, let me tell you. Between humanity itself and Lord Yuanshi Tianjun, it seems I always end up working for total slave drivers.
I see. Is that some sort of Kunlun Mountains joke? Because otherwise, I'm afraid I'm not sure how to respond to a sudden reference to one of the most supreme beings in all of mythology.
If it was a joke, can't say it's all that funny.
All that being said, I'm afraid I'm also lost a fair amount of magical energy, which is why I would like to ask for your help.
Oh, not at all. We're the ones who would be grateful for your help.
Let's fight together, both of y'all. Well said. It would be my pleasure. Same. As for the fish, I should catch some soon. Man is also qualified for Grandcaster, truly Merlin energy. Yes. He's the greatest tactician who's ever lived. He is also the greatest fisherman who's ever lived. He's supposed to be a grandcaster. He's also the sexiest man alive. His dick is the biggest on planet Earth. He's just like everything about him is just the greatest ever. Are you listening, China? Did you hear that, China? We said your boy is the greatest person who's ever lived on the planet. Please give us money. All right, while Nikki Teach handles the fishing, why don't we get to our information next? So the Yagas, those beastmen from the Russian Lost Belt, and the Giants are from the Scandinavian Lost Belt. So what she did is collect from the what did she collect from the Chinese Lost Belt?
We still don't know. We haven't encountered anything from there yet.
Let me hazard a guess. Was there by any chance some sort of tiger-headed tank in the Chinese Lost Belt? Oh, and he's also like the smartest and just like knows about everything ever that's happened in the game at all times ever, forever and ever. God, you don't hear the fucking media grifters crying about him being a Gary Sue for like 30 straight videos now, do you?
Yes, there was.
There was, wasn't there? I see. I had a feeling those lost kin were from the Chinese Lost Belt.
But those were machines, not living creatures.
Well, they're living creatures here, or at least the tiger heads I saw in this territory were. They growled and everything. Oh God. God, trying to do Gordy's voice just unlocked all of the coughs in my throat. I barely coughed at all today or yesterday, and then I try and do Gordolf's voice, and suddenly they're just unleashed upon the world like fucking Pandora's box over here. That's the funniest part. He can spook during summons after you finish the story, so he isn't limited. He is a support, just like Waver, that gives 50% battery and all that. But he's better than Waver, right? He has to be better than Waver, Cause he's the best at everything.
Koyanskaya's forces here are basically a smorgasbord of things she scooped up from the Lost Belts.
I love that word. Smorgasbord. I use it all the time. In general, yes. The 6 types of lost kin mostly stick to their own territories, except for the few that go out on patrol. The lost weapons, on the other hand, exist to defend their bases and provide additional military power when the situation calls for it.
Just like that reproduction of Ivan the Terrible was doing earlier.
Indeed. Both the kin and the weapons have been positioned extremely effectively. Koyanskaya knows exactly where this land's ley lines are, so even after you kill some kin, new ones come to replace them at regular intervals.
So the kin basically respawn infinitely, and you two have been fighting them all on your own. That's all the more impressive considering you've been in the middle of enemy territory this whole time.
I'm amazed you managed to survive this long. We owe it all to my amazing talent for turning tail and running from danger. That said, thoroughly exterminating the kin does give you some time to breathe, so fighting them is hardly meaningless.
So, Koyanskaya completely controls the ley lines here, huh? That's gonna make it pretty hard to put down summoning circles.
I'm afraid so. Still, like I said earlier, neither the kin nor the weapons have any sort of data connection to Koyanskaya or her headquarters. They're disconnected from her magical energy too. They're all completely independent. So unless you get extremely close to Koyanskaya's castle at the heart of this place, it's very unlikely she'll even know you're here.
Her castle, huh?
There, I caught some fish. Now that's what I call old school.
Oh no, you're completely soaked. Are you okay?
Let me see. I'm fine. Drip, 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 shaking herself dry like a dog. Hey, yo. There, all dry.
Wait, now I'm all wet. That reminds me, do those ears mean you're the personification of some kind of animal, Nikiti? You're really good at shaking yourself dry, too.
Wow, you just went there, Ibuki Doji.
Oh, you wanna know about my ears?
Yes, I've been wondering myself, Nikitich. Are you a beastman?
No, I'm not.
She's not.
But my beautiful wife was a brave giantess hero, and she was closer to beasts than human. Those are your wife's ears? So I guess you're recreating your wife's features with your spirit origin then.
Aw, so you're keeping your mate's love as a protective charm now that you're a heroic spirit? That's so sweet.
Aha. Aha, so that's why you're in female form.
Nope.
Oh.
Then again, maybe not.
Oh. Then your ears and appearance are some form of protection from your wife? Well, which is it?
Forgot he's an inverse waiver because he's a damage dealer that gives quick up NP damage up from 50% anti-demonic damage, gives a party 20% gauge, and... Ah, interesting. So him and Waver should actually be put on a team together. I see. It pertains to what exactly is keeping human history's heroic spirits out of this place. Easy as it would be to tell you now, I'd like you to give me some time to prepare.
Oh, why is that?
Because there are some things I need to explain for you to fully understand. That's why you need to learn more about this place. And to do that, there are 2 spots in particular I'd like to show you. Seeing them for yourselves will be much faster than me just explaining things. But most importantly, it will greatly change your understanding about the ruler here, Koyanskaya. What's more, it should also help you understand why heroic spirits like Nikitich and Lady Ibuki Doji are able to stay materialized here.
Man, you really do like to take your sweet time getting to the point, don't you, Taigong Wang? Or would you prefer Lord Taigong Wang, Grand Servant candidate?
No, but China definitely would. When you put on a presentation, you should make every point count, right? I've always been a stickler for these kinds of details. And besides, there really are some things out there that words alone just can't do justice to. At least, that's how I feel about it. I can't guarantee you feel the same.
I see. What do you think of all this, really, Mash?
If he's got something to show us, I want to see it. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Are we moving out? That's fine, but let's eat the fish first. I'll cook it. I'm sorry, Nikitich, but I don't think making a smoky campfire is a good idea. Then use an art. That's your solution? I don't remember if it was a sage art or some Taoist technique or what, but you had something that lets you cook fish, right? You know the one. It even lets you seasons the fish perfectly, with as much salt, pepper, and anything else you'd like. Now go on, do it. I already stuck them on sticks and everything. Oh, very well. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, that smells delish. That smells good. Those fish are cooking up so quickly.
Man, I wish I could do that. Oh, it's just something I came up with myself. I do love fishing, and I figured it would be so much better if you didn't have to wait until you got home to eat the fish you caught.
That's amazing, Taigang. No wonder your name is synonymous with anglers.
Huh? Is it? Well, gosh, now you're going to make me blush. The fish are almost done. First we eat, then we get going. Oh, now they're playing like the summer BGM. You can't fight at your best on an empty stomach. Besides, you all look like you're really young. So go on, eat up. You need to eat to recover your strength, especially when you've been fighting one battle after another. Then we go on to the next one. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, this seems like a good place for us to eat too. Maybe I'll also make fish. A nice soda and manure could hit the spot right now.
You rang?
No, I did ring for you, morning call. What to make?
Foff, munch.
Munch. Oh wow, this is delicious. It's not too hard, not too soft. It smells great too. And it's just as light and refreshing as the best freshwater fish I've ever had.
Munch.
Oh my gosh, this is yummy. No, it's downright scrumptious. I think I'll have seconds.
Mo. Munch. Excuse me? Munch. Huh, I guess dragons do eat fish. That Nikitich? It talked? Oh no, that's her ride.
Fox?
Let me introduce you properly. This is my faithful horse. An evil dragon cursed him and turned him into a dragon, but he's still a horse at heart. Be nice to them, dragon.
Huh? I didn't know that. I'm a biggie doji. I still don't remember all that much about myself, but it's still nice to meet you.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Damn, I can't believe how pretty this dragon is. Pleasure's all mine, Ibuki.
Why is it making him fall in love with her if he's a horse? Like, the horse is crushing on the dragon. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on YouTube. You named your horse Dragon, then it got cursed into being a dragon. She planned this shit. Yep, he's talking all right. Well, he's not the first talking horse I've seen.
That's true. Though you certainly don't see horses this eloquent every day. Although we do have one of them in Caldia. He's a perfect gentle horse.
I see. Good manners are, well, good. Oh, that reminds me. Be careful around my Mount Mesh. He's a bit of a lecher. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry?
He loves women. So if he ever nuzzles your butt or something, just do this. Making a fist and swinging it down. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you do see male animals that have a thing for human women like that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Especially young human women. Wait, why do I remember that of all things? That's weird. I'll be careful, thank you.
Keep a watchful eye on the dragon. Oh, you're gonna be careful now? Damn. Phooey. And here I thought I could get to know some new hotties nice and intimately. Ah, well, who cares? You're still gonna end up straddling me in the end. Bro! Goddamn, he is a fuckboy. There, see? He took the perfectly innocent act of mounting a steed and made it dirty. You just earned yourself one of these. Ooh, baby, hurt me like you love me. Oh, damn. Oh, I see. God damn, he's a fucking VTuber chat. Stop it, stupid horse. That's it. No dinner for you today. What? Come on, master, anything but that. Weak.
Could I speak to you for a moment, Chamomile? I don't think this is all my imagination, but just to be sure. We are not in Bremen, and these are no town musicians, right?
Horses, man. Bunch of silly motherfuckers. Alright, life zone. Alright, so one last node. About 20 minutes left. Yeah, that sounds about right to be able to get through one node. Go, my mount. You got it, boss. Let's go, let's go, let's go! They got on the dragon's back and took to the skies above the forest. Taigong Wang advised them to be cautious and avoid contact with the lost kin, as they made their way to a canyon off in the distance. The white dragon's powerful wings carried them quickly, and it wasn't long before they arrived at their destination. After a careful survey of their surroundings to ensure there were no lost kin nearby, the dragon brought them down for a landing. There, the canyon's surprising sights stretched out before them. Oh, hello? Oh, they're cute. Aw. Are they gonna die?
Wow, you don't see animals like that every day. Though they do look like they're natural four-legged beasts. Huh? Nope, I can't remember ever seeing animals like that before.
You're sure none of the lost kin spotted you, Ibuki? Thanks for meeting us here.
Don't worry, I scouted ahead before I came her. We should be good.
Came her, huh? Alright.
I saw 3 groups of them on the ground, and none of them looked to be all that strong. So what's the deal with those animals?
These are some of the things I wanted you to see. They're much easier to show than describe. So do you happen to know what those animals are called? Are they, chimeras? Ooh.
No, I don't. Physically, the closest animal I could think of is a goat. But they diverge too much to be a species of goat.
A goat. Or maybe a sheep.
With those legs, I don't think so.
I give up. I have no memory of anything like them, and they don't match any entries in the Border's copy of Chaldea's database either.
Maybe they're phantasmals?
That's definitely possible. they could well be paranormal, beings from the realm of mystics, similar to demonic beasts and phantasmals, while not belonging to any standard creature's genealogical tree. Still, I don't know. I get the sense that they're just
ordinary animals from the natural world, in no way associated with mystics.
They seem that way to me too.
They do seem a little too rustic to be phantasmals, and they absolutely look like they have a place in the food chain as well.
They're still so cute. Look at them. They're just like, oh, I am here. I am here just living out my life, and hopefully I will live for a good long time. Indeed, indeed. Let me cut right to the chase. Those animals are not native to Tunguska. They're also not phantasmals, nor do they have any notable amount of magical energy. And yet, they are the predominant form of life here, with no predators to worry about. Oh yay!
So they're at the top of the food chain?
They form herds, you see. They start in very small groups, then expand into vast herds. Let's see, I'd say there are several hundred of them to a herd just in this canyon alone.
You mean out here? In this environment?
That's right.
Well, that's strange. Regardless of whether these creatures are herbivorous, carnivorous, or omnivores, I don't see any food source around here.
This is only a colony. They hunt for food elsewhere, primarily in rivers and woodlands. All I see when looking at the little one is that scene where Homer slaps the sheep away when looking at the calf. Or rather, those whose vocation is hunting do it for them.
Nani?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what? Did you just say vocation?
Yes, I did. The first thing you should know is these creatures have families. They also form settlements, have different roles according to their profession, and otherwise contribute to their settlements, that is, their society. Though of course the children are exempt from such responsibilities. Incidentally, they have a very diverse set of professions, and since they formed a society, you could also say they are social creatures.
Wait, hang on. That sounds like certain kinds of insects, or maybe even...
humans?
Right, senpai? In the Russian Lost Belt, humankind altered themselves to adapt to the harsh new environment. If something similar happened in this area, then...
No, I'm afraid that's not it. Please don't misunderstand. Those creatures are absolutely not humans. But I suspect they have been designed to be the most human-like creatures here, even if they do lack the capacity for self-awareness. What is happening here? Oh wait, is that... So is that a baby? Is the little one a baby version of them? Okay, I thought they might have been two separate species for a second. Take a look at that. Those creatures have been designed to favor familial love above all else.
You mean like humans?
Good question. Makes you uneasy, doesn't it? I felt the same way when I first learned about this. Unfortunately, Nikitich just hasn't cared at all every time I tried to tell her how strange this is. Of course! You don't need to explain the obvious. That's what obvious means. See what I mean? Now then, let me share another important fact with you while you're processing this information. These creatures are not the only oddity to be found here.
Huh?
You mean there's still more? Like what?
To start, there's not so much as one creature in this entire place that we actually recognize. Well, okay, that may not be true of the microorganisms, but I've not had the means to check on that. However, it is true of the insects, the fish, the trees, every single living thing you see. Even those freshwater trout we ate earlier weren't actually trout. They may have looked like trout, but their internal organs and such, they're arranged like no fish I've ever seen. Every animal here is a new species. Exactly. This place is a biologist's dream. Outside the special region, discoveries of new species are few and far between. But here, there's one around every corner. And what's more, you can't even tell which genealogical tree they might have evolved from. I'm not really up to date on modern science, but I can get by quite decently with my feng shui. And even so, I have no clue how these creatures could have evolved the way they did. Not even an inkling. Nothing about their composition or their ecology makes any sense. As far as I can tell, they shouldn't even exist.
You're sure about that?
I am. So why are they like that? Why would Koinskaya do something like this? San Kyo no choshi wa dodsesu ka? San Kyo no choshi wa do desu ka? I might have known what that meant at a certain point in time, but unfortunately, I don't remember what it means right now. But how's it going, maiden? Sadly, I'm as clueless as the rest of you there. All I can say for sure is at this point is what I've observed for myself. As to what this place's ruler might be up to. The Chaldeans decided they should verify Tagang Wang's claim for themselves, and set about making their own observations and collecting samples. They made sure to send video captures of their efforts to the Shadow Border. They did not have advanced specimen collection kits with them, but they had basic ones in the Ortonax's storage compartment, so they used those and transmitted the data back to the border. Following a bit of field research, the Shadow Border's crew had enough data to analyze. About an hour later, asking how was your day in Japanese, guy from Translation. Good stuff. My day was fine. I had myself a relaxing day today, and yeah, just hang out. Managed to find a workaround so that I could continue playing FGO at least for the next couple weeks. And now we're streaming. How'd your day go? Paldea finally had a solid understanding of this region's unique properties. Tagang Wang had been telling the truth. This environment was as far removed from human history as a lost belt. Furthermore, unlike the lost belts they had encountered so far, aw, cute. There were no humans. Not a single solitary person to be found anywhere. There were no creatures obviously capable of speech, nor were there any who formed culture or civilization. While there were large herds at the top of the food chain, there were no creatures standing above it. There were no humans anywhere to be found. While there were some creatures who formed groups like humans, there was no sign of any actual human. There were no signs of settlements, no leftover traps from hunters who had set foot in the woods. Not even any sign of one getting lost and making camp for a night. There should have been at least a few traces of such things in the old Tunguska forest, and yet there was not. It was a world full of strange, unknown plants and animals, and nothing more.
It's like a sanctuary for creatures that don't exist on Earth.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. I'm not quite sure how to put this into words, but I think there's something beautiful about this landscape too.
Hey, what's up, Miami? So that's how you two feel about this, huh? You don't hate or fear these things because they're new and unfamiliar. Instead, they excite you precisely because they're new and familiar, much like explorers charting new lands. Perhaps that's due to your unwavering bravery, or to your youthful states of mind. Did you hear that? Looks like these young people have good heads on their shoulders, Tagang Wang. I'm not sure that means as much as you think, coming from an eternally young warrior like yourself. At any rate, Now that you've seen this for yourselves, there's something I can finally tell you. This primeval landscape you see here is only one side of this special region. There's also a second, very different side to it.
A second side?
I call the one you're seeing now the Life Zone. The Life Zone is truly the cycle of nature writ large. It's a place where any form of violence other than what's strictly needed to acquire food doesn't exist. A place where life is rich and abundant. Paradise. So what's the other side? The other side is the exact opposite of paradise. In a word, hell. Hell. Like that. I thought he was gonna say hell on earth, so at least he subverted my expectations in that regard. Ooh, and the death zone. Well, I guess we'll find out about the death zone next time around. Let me see here. Yeah. So, But, okay, so, unfortunately, December 2025 doesn't extend, past, Wednesday, 2 weeks from now. So, unfortunately, that means that, yeah, 2 weeks from now, I'm only going to be able to set my date back to as far back as like January 2nd. So, I think we're only going to have 1 more week's worth of FGO before we might potentially have it get shut down by Lib Houdini and its bullshit that it's got going on. So, it's frustrating, but yeah, if that fix doesn't get implemented at some point, then I'm gonna have to do some sort of like big dumb Linuxy manual fix to make it so that we can continue to play FGO into 2026. So we'll see how things end up shaping up. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably have to collaborate with Cybic to figure out how exactly to do it once I'm no longer able to time travel in order to fix the game. Hopefully it gets fixed. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and call it there. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. Tomorrow we'll be playing Genshin, because that does not have any sort of calendar hang up, so we can continue to play it. So check my Blue Sky, subscribe or follow, and you'll know when we go live. We'll have 1 more stream of FGO for sure next week. Beyond that, we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, hopefully the developers of Houdini just fix it, get it implemented into the system, push the update out for everyone to just update their systems with, and then we'll be able to just, you know, keep on trucking. If not, like I said, we'll see about implementing that fix. But yeah, Columbina is this Wednesday. I'm not sure I'm getting her. Oh, I'm definitely not getting her. That's for certain. But yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. But okay. Yeah, we'll I think, yeah, we're continuing on with the Archon quest tomorrow, since the event is over. So yeah, we'll just I think I'm pretty far behind actually in the main storyline, so I'm actually interested to, you know, get myself caught up and see what else is happening in the story. So yeah, like I said, go ahead and follow my Blue Sky, subscribe or follow, and you'll know when we go live. But for tonight, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. And with any luck, I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.